Why are you guys waking me up in the middle of the night? Busting my balls here. Welcome back in. My name is Matthew, and this is the Path of the Joker. I'm going to be changing up how I do things a bit here. First off, I've just been getting this heavy message of as above, so below. So we're going to jump into that first. There we go. So I don't know if this has anything to do with our previous reading, but the song As Above, So Below by the band Behemoth, love the band personally, has been following me around a lot lately, and probably should have brought it out in the previous reading, but it wasn't tied to that. So this is something completely separate. Man's actions are the seed of his destiny. Know ye, each thought and each deed creates waves upon waves in the eternal ether. Those who understand the laws of cause and effect become masters of their fate, bending reality by aligning with the flow of the cosmic order. Guard your thoughts, O man, for thought is creative force. Control your emotions, for through them ye create the world unseen. And as far as I know, that came from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I used to love Egyptian mythology growing up, but that's neither here nor there. Something else has come to my attention. Because we're going to be moving into the tarot section of the video now. If you give me permission to read your energy, say to yourself, yes, I do. Nod to yourself or silently say inside you that you agree for me to read on your energy. I don't want to purposely invade into anyone's energy because, again, as above, so below. This creates waves that I don't see, and that's where the responsibility aspect of this comes in. So at least for now, I'm going to label this as a general collective reading. If you want to stay, I need you to agree. Otherwise, please move along. If you are spiritual and you know how to protect yourself energetically, disregard and just enjoy what's on the table. Because this came out of nowhere. I was doing my own little new personal routine for myself just so I can get more fully acquainted with my cards. Because these are going to be the baseline for what I create my own deck off of. So starting out, Eight of Wands, Star Vader, Chaos Beat Dragon, quick movements, quick decisions, kind of Chariot energy. Where was I going with this? No, that was something else. Okay. So yes. Okay. So this is going to be our trigger zone up here, and what caused everything. We had the Eight of Wands come out, someone's quick decisions. Were the result of their avoidance, fear of change, decay, stagnation. So this was already going on in someone's life before whoever you are, whoever is in the energy, came to be, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Sorry, I just wanted to remember what Vortex Starvader was. Pretty sure he is a cup. Yep. Sorry. So, our Ten of Pentacles card, Deep Shadow Starvader Strontium. All we have to do is defend. In that case, let's control the possibilities. This is our damage zone. The aftermath, so to speak. We have our key players in the center. What's come up and what's gone. Sorry, I'm just gathering all of my thoughts and remembering how everything came out. Vortex Starvader. Molly. I'm just going to call it Molly Denham. Vortex Starvader, Molly Denham. Eight of Cups reverse. Fear of change, avoidance, fear of loss. Snow element Blizza, death in reverse. Stagnation, rot. Again, avoiding change, avoiding transition, holding on. So someone's quick decisions in a relationship because they already had a fear of change, a fear of moving on, or a fear of transitioning, caused their own Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They were literally right there. But they're going through fleeting success, lack of stability, and a lack of resources. Check the bottom of the deck. And we had Death Starvader Demon Maxwell come up. And that is our Hermit card. Inner guidance. Reflection. Searching for truth. So then I was starting to ask, who is involved in this situation? Queen of Wands came out with Page of Swords. Our Nebula Dragon, Maximum Seal Dragon, is our Eight of Wands, or geez, not Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands. Only when you cannot move will he be satisfied. Queen of Wands is a beautiful energy, though. Very self-assured, confident, determined, joyous. Passionate, charismatic, optimistic. So it's beautiful to have someone with that kind of energy on the board here. So continued asking who else was involved. Page of Swords reverse comes out. Maiden of Venus trap reverse. Manipulation, deception, all talk. So then I was asking, well, is this a lover's situation? I get Starvader Paradigm Shift Dragon. This is our death in reverse card. Well, our devil card. Sorry. I don't know why I'm all over the place. But no, this is our devil. Mm, yeah, devil card. Fuck. Sorry. Common sense is no more than a transient misunderstanding. So I was wondering, what do you mean? Freedom, release. Like, so this situation is about release? Continued asking. Star Vader Infinite Zero Dragon. Strength, upright. That was our secondary trigger that fell out with, what was it, Seven of Wands, right? Yes. Seven of Wands. Companion Star Vader Photon. By the side of the shining star is the star that sacrifices itself to destiny. So the trigger was because of someone's release and strength to keep moving forward that destroyed the other person's confidence. And then with it, we also had the Chariot come out. Beloved child of superstring theory. Supersymmetry algebra is the algebra that satisfies the generation of supersymmetry transformation. Chariot in reverse. Lack of control. No movement. So again, I was like, whoa, what's this halting of control? What's this no direction? Empress sideways comes out. Moon sideways comes out, and Hierophant upright with our lover's card. It's so this is a love situation, but I'm so now you're all caught up to where I'm at. You can see how much of a mess this is currently, and I'm just happy that I have you with me before I get ready to close this out. So this is one hell of a crazy situation. First of all, there's barely any emotions involved here. Honestly, the only emotion is someone's trigger. Because they're resisting change. Again, that was in our previous reading, but I prayed over the cards, cleared the energy before I started going through this, so this should be a different situation, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm still just blown away because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major arcana. Moon, Chariot, Empress, Hierophant, Death, Strength, Hermit, Devil, Lovers. 9 major arcana on the board. Major arcana are huge shifts in energy. 3 of Pentacles reverse. Eradicator, Vowing Saber Dragon reverse. Looks like you were the ones who should have been eradicated. Air elements, a breeze, Ace of Pentacles. Flowers in Vacuum, Cosmo Wreath, Judgment reverse. Fault Line and our Emperor. Fault Line. Four of Pentacles. Greediness, stinginess, and possessiveness. So again, it's like someone was including their relationship in a social dynamic? Like someone's full relationship was like there was nothing about someone's relationship that was hidden. It like everyone knew about it. But there are illusions and misinterpretations when it comes to building a new beginning. What's judgment in reverse? Self-loathing. Damn. So that ties into the Seven of Wands reverse. So because of someone's new beginning, their self-loathing, because they were possessive. But because of their possessiveness, the Emperor's coming? Starvator Mobius breath. Ace of Wands. Creation, willpower, inspiration, desire. So it seems like this whatever this is, this mess is coming to a close. I just I don't want to dig into whatever's been going on in some social dynamic because it's all illusions and misinterpretations anyway. But it has something to do with tradition? Tradition and manipulation. Why am I hearing that? With the Ace of Wands? Someone's using their willpower for a tradition of manipulation. What the fuck? No, I'm not going to take all those. I'll take the two that flipped over. So it's like 5 cards there. So this has to do with... Yep. Closing out a cycle. That's 10 major arcana. No, that's 11 on the board. 11 on the board. 12. Fuck. No. Sabreeze isn't a major arcana. Okay. Yeah. The Fool, Emperor, Chariot, Moon, Empress, Hierophant, Strength, Death, Hermit, Devil, Lovers. That is 11. Did I say them all? Devil, Lovers, Hermit, Fool, Emperor, strength, death. Yeah, 11. This is a major change. This is a huge transition going on. Fuck. 11 major arcana. Um sorry, I'm still blown away by all of this. Not trans else. For Exelix. Genesis Dragon Exelix Messiah reverse. Page of Cups reverse. Emotional immaturity, insecurity, and disappointment. But then we have the Fool. Someone just really has like the emotional intelligence of a child, because we have 2 pages on the board here. Whereas either you or someone you're dealing with, you're in the Queen of Wands energy, Empress energy, or an Emperor energy. Like, you don't mess around with pages. But it's a social dynamic, and the tradition is manipulation. To stop building? To stop building new beginnings? To destroy? This is so weird. All because of someone's... Like, this is why I try and be gentle with myself and others on their journeys, that this is a lot. All because of someone's avoiding change. Like, all because they don't want to grow up. Again, immature energy, Page of Cups reverse, Page of Swords reverse. Meanwhile, we got heavy hitters out here with the Emperor, Empress, and Queen of Wands. So then this is at least 5 different people within a social group, or 5 different people tied to a social group or tied to a tradition, beliefs that their manipulation will give them new beginnings by destroying other people's willpower. What? All because of their immaturity, insecurity. Oh, man. Sorry. Genesis Dragon, Exelix Messiah. Let all sins be forgiven and paradise appear. Yeah. Cup energy talks about emotional fulfillment. So whatever paradise is for you, that deep core emotional fulfillment, imagine that reversed. And then Genesis Beast, Destiny Guardian, the Fool. The white raven flies to protect the fate of subspace. This was all fated. Continue to be gentle with yourself. This is a lot. All because of... man, like, I don't want to throw shade at someone because I don't know their situation or what they went through in order to end up in this situation, but the beautiful things to take away from this: whoever your emperor is, he or she is coming. We have them on the board. It's very rare that I do pull the emperor and empress. Very rare that I pull the empress even to begin with, and I've only pulled the Emperor like 2 or 3 times. So it's considerably rare energy. And again, 11 11 major arcana on the board. Like, I've only ever had this happen in one other video where we had, I think it was 7 to 9 major arcana. God, 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. The new beginning is bringing a 3 of Cups. That's beautiful. Friendship, community, and happiness. Like I was saying, this was fated to happen. Whatever your situation is, you're going to get that community. You're going to get that happiness. Keyboard Star Vader Bismuth. Let's play the tones of a new destiny. If you made it this far, thank you so much for hanging out with me. My name is Matthew. This is the Path of the Joker. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Hit all so you know when I upload next. Stay kind to yourself. Stay kind to others. The ripple effects of your actions. Again, that is the overall message of all of this. Control of self. Let's grab the good old Bible. Lord of Lords, God of Gods, Father Almighty, Creator of heaven and earth, please guide us to the comfort, peace, and wisdom we need to hear during this time, and not what we want to hear. Deuteronomy 11. Therefore you shall love the Lord your God, and keep his charge, his statutes, his judgments, and his commandments always. Know today that I do not speak with your children, whom have not known and who have not seen the chastening of the Lord your God, his greatness and his mighty hand and his outstretched arms, his signs and his acts which he did in the midst of Egypt to Pharaoh king of Egypt and to all his land, what he did to the army of Egypt, to their horses and their chariots, how he made the waters of the Red Sea overflow them as they pursued you, and how the Lord has destroyed them to this day. What he did for you in the wilderness until you came to this place, and what he did to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, the sons of Reuben, how the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, their households, their tents, and all the substance that was in their possession, in the midst of all Israel. But your eyes have seen every great act of the Lord which he did. Therefore you shall keep every commandment which I command to you today, that you may be strong, and go in and possess the land which you cross over to possess, and that you may prolong your days in the land which the Lord swore to give your fathers, to them and their descendants, a land flowing with milk and honey. The word of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Bye.